They have the recall too. No, that's still game. Even with the recall, it's still game. Wow. That they have the recall is exactly lethal. Oh my goodness. Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And today I'm bringing you some Tristana gameplay. And the deck that I decided to showcase for Tristana is one that I actually saw doing pretty well in Lore Master. And this is going to be Tristana Gnar Aggro. Now, this deck is kind of cool, right? We're playing stuff like the Crimson Pigeon. We're playing things like Reveler's Feast, Might for the Tristana, and obviously Decimate. Those are the cards that we get from Noxus because we're playing Bandle City. We're able to have a really wide board with Reveler's Feast that gets advantage. We got the Might for the Tristana, and we had the Decimate to just be able to finish up a lot of the opponents. And obviously the Crimson Pigeon just ends up becoming such a great unit. The rest of the deck is built with regular Bandle City, swarm the board type of things, right? So Grandfather Fate, Blast Concealing, Grumble Slug, all multi-region allies that get discounted by the mayor, and that also advance our Tristana, Telescope as well as the Gnar and the Tenor of Terror. Honestly, this deck is interesting because it is an aggro deck that can go wide, but a lot of times the way that you're able to beat the opponent is by pushing as much impact damage as you can, and then just burn them out with decimates, etc. There is a potential that stuff like Fervor needs to make the cut here. I think I'm fine with the Reveler's Feast, or maybe the Reveler's Feast. Maybe we should definitely play Triple Fervor. That's the only thing I'm not sure about. But everything else in the deck feels really solid, right? You're kind of just making a really wide board with your Bandle City side of the deck, pushing a lot of damage because everything's going to be getting impact because of the level of Tristana. And eventually all that impact damage, it starts adding up against the opponent, and then you just burn them out to finish the game. Really, really cool deck, and really a different way to play aggro. So I'll be having a lot of fun playing this deck, and I hope you have a lot of fun watching today's video as well. Other things that I can say about this deck before we jump to the games is really that Tristana is your key unit, right? It's really easy to level Tristana just because stuff like Grandfather Fate, summoning 2 multi-region allies, the Tenor of Terror, etc. So make sure that you are mulliganing for the Tristana, putting her down, leveling her up quickly so that everything else in your hand can start and your field can start getting impact. That'd be it in terms of some quick tips. If you want to see a further breakdown of this deck, I'm going to have one at the end of the video as well as my mulligan tips. So stick around for that if you're interested on how to play this deck more, aside from just the games that I'm going to showcase. Enjoy the games coming up soon, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video. Enjoy. In this match, we're going against Ionia Ryze. If they don't get the Shower Betrayal early, then I think I'm able to just kind of run them down. Ooh. Usually I like keeping both of these. I'm going to keep Tristana, I'm not going to keep the Mayor. I think Tristana is slightly more important. Unfortunately, the rest of our hand is kind of awkward now. The Grumble Slug kind of helps out on that. We can Grumble Slug, and then Tristana, and then Tenor. Why can't we get this before like turn 1?
The spirit gives to those who
Of course they have freaking Eye of the Dragon. They always have it. They always have Eye of the Dragon, no matter what. It's such a shame. I wonder if it's actually correct to go Pigeon now instead. I think it is. I think it's correct to go Pigeon. And just attack like this, because the opponent's gonna be not likely to block with the Eye of the Dragon. If they go Autoputs, they still have access to the Prank later. It's a problem. What if we? Oh wow, okay. Oh, I'm gonna just pick it. I'm just gonna push the 5. I guess you have access to this. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering, it was like, why are you just taking this? It's because you have access to the claws. So I get punished because I forgot about the claws being a thing. You get to heal up the 2 damage anyways. No, because I'm probably going to go Pokey Stick. Probably go Pokey Stick on the Dragon Link, right? Or on one of the Poros. And then play Tristana out. Yeah, so I have to go like this. What this does is that counts as a kill on a unit, which now lets my Tenor be enabled. We can play Tristana and have access to Buster Shot to kill the Eye of the Dragon. The opponent's tempted to play 2 spells here to try to trigger the Eye of the Dragon, and if they do, I can play Buster Shot. Next turn, I still think this is probably better, right? The tenor. But we could also go Grandfather Fade depending on what card we draw next. That kind of sucks because that lets them use the Octopus for a blocker and then the Prank to enable the Eye of the Dragon. That also just lets them kill this. Alright. So that sucks because we lose access to the bus station. So now we're just gonna go Tristana and Grandfather Fade then, right? And the Eye of the Dragon is just the problem. Like, this Eye of the Dragon is completely just ruining our day. We know that the opponent has another Poro in their hand from the Poro stories. We know that they have something else in the hand that they haven't shown us. Yeah, let's just play the Tristana out. If you have another Aftershock, another Tailstones, that's fine. I'm willing to die to it. Grandfather Fade. This gives, I mean, this could technically attack and push 1 damage.
Power changes everything.
Right? But I don't think it's necessary. I think we just chill. I think we chill and try to just level up. The Tristana's gonna get recall and stun, etc. But the idea is that we're giving everything else the impact from Tristana. So what I want to do first is actually play the tenor before we play anything else, because I just want to level up Tristana. So if we play the tenor, I think we're in a good spot. Bye, bad guys. Tristana is now leveled up. And yeah, you're gonna have to start finding a way to kill this. The double Raveler's Feast is also not bad, to be honest. Question is it Sitlin or is it Alcat? I guess Alcat is slightly better, but Alcat is dying to almost everything as well. Yeah, the Alcat is kind of dying to everything, but I guess it's fine. We're gonna keep the 3 mana here. Opponent's gonna just know that we have this in our hand. They're gonna hit the Reveler's Feast. Everything here is dying to their 1 health units. Opponent still gets a Dragon Link as well. But it does mean that the opponent will be less justified to block. Oh wow, they have a full board of blockers. Oh, okay, so they messed up. They don't get the Dragon Link. Poro Stories is actually 3 Poros? I thought it was only 2 for some reason. Yeah, you don't get the Dragon Link, which I think is worse for you. So I don't know about that one. And I'm gonna just attack with everything right away. You know I have the piece, right? So they know that they cannot block with the Ryze. They will get 2 trades here. Yeah, they will get 2 trades, which is a little bit annoying. We can show them the first feast. Especially if they recall if they recall this girl, I'm definitely gonna just go the first feast. They have to recall this, right? So they probably have access to Unworthy Soul. And if they do, I think I'm willing to press this, just so. Is that true? Is that true? Am I actually willing? Am I actually willing to do this now? Like, if they recall this Tristana, none of my damage is going through, even with the Reveler's Feast, right? So I don't think it really matters. I think we just press OK and try again next turn. Yeah, I think we just press OK and try again next turn. You still keep a blocker. That's cool. We'll play the Tristana again. Play Tristana again and start working on my other cards. Still have the Owlcat on the field. You haven't found any of your shards, apparently. Okay, you found it, which means that you get the second Eye of the Dragon. And you get the one that gives you mana, which might be good, might not be good for you at the moment. Who knows? Just need to refill my board. Opponent gets to have a bunch of blockers again. Eventually they run out of blockers though, and that's where the feats are gonna come in, but that eventuality is gonna be a while for now. In the meantime, the opponent's just healing with the Dragon Links every turn. This is actually great. It gets me potential a great out against him. Potentially gives me a great out if I pull something crazy from here. Shower Betrayal gives them the flow trigger. Otherwise, the opponent still has to use another spell. Imagine if we had gotten that Buster Shot on that dragon, Eye of the Dragon, all those turns ago. Sure. I'm just gonna block it because I think I want to replace anyways with the Mayor. There it is. Something like this, right? I'm looking for something like this that can just push a lot of damage, regardless of what the opponent tries to do. So they get the stun.
How far they
I
fell.
pass for now because I don't have the Dragon Link yet. The stun is really annoying, right? Because you can just stun the Tristana over and over again. Alright, so you don't get your Dragon Link. And I'm just gonna attack with everything again. You can stun Tristana, but your other units are all gonna die. You know I have the piece in my hand. You only have 4 cards.
Why won't you listen?
He's playing around me only having 1 and not 2. Question is, do I actually care? Do I actually care about the Ryze? You still have to commit the stun. Oh, that's a good draw. That's a great draw for them. So now they get to keep the Ryze alive, right? They still have the stun available as well. I guess we just slam this on the Mayor then.
Your lesson begins.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna slam this on the Mayor. Ryze staying alive doesn't really matter. Everything else is gonna die because of the Spirit Fire, right? So for now, we just put it on the Mayor because the Mayor's gonna die regardless. Tristana is gonna go down to 2. So we definitely don't want to put the Reveler's Fist on the Tristana. There it is. Let's go here. Let's go here again. Just push the 10 damage. Now we just need to start getting our Decimates and we're chilling. Eventually the Tristana is still gonna put a lot of value. Impact, impact. Eye of the Dragon goes bye-bye. The opponent is looking for other shards, which they haven't gotten yet. Let's go Mayor. Loot Travelers, pretty nice to me. Let's go Blast Concealing. And give it the impact. And now this has impact 2. Yeah. That's cool. We lose our whole board. We knew that. We play a Loot Travelers. The problem is that Loot Travelers might actually draw them into the shard. This is gonna be able to get... Yeah, okay. Now they have the shard anyway. So they have the shard anyways. They get to trigger the shard twice. If it's shard betrayal, then that means that the Mayor's gonna be in some trouble. Yeah, so the Mayor's gonna die. So we need to play whatever we do.
Must bear this burden.
I guess if the opponent attacks with Ryze,
In the face of apocalypse.
if the opponent attacks with the Ryze, I could technically... I'm gonna go with the Loot Travelers. I'm gonna go with a Loot first because I don't actually think that the Faithbook is correct. Deny is actually useless against us, right? So they actually ended up benefiting from this aloof. But that's their highest cost card, Deny. If you go like this, I'm just blocking with Tristana. I'm absolutely blocking with Tristana. Which might be better for them if I do that. Maybe it's not correct to block with Tristana. Maybe it's correct to let that go and just Phantom block. So that way we can still give everything impact. Yeah, actually, it's probably not correct to block with Tristana. Because she's giving everything impact, right? Which will allow our units to actually push the damage that we need to win the game. We have another impact 2 here. We have elusive. We have another impact. Something with spell sheet with impact as well. What's your play? Obviously, the opponent can always just stun Tristana. So Tristana is never gonna push damage. I could force the Furious Faithful so that the opponent has to stun one or the other, because this is pushing 4.
I know what you have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think it's correct. I don't think it's correct to sacrifice Tristana. I think we just let them have the Ryze. We play the Grandfather Fae. Maybe the Faithful was better, but I mean we can play in next turn. We can play Alka here. Entomb. Let's go all out. Let's go all out. Question is, how all out do I go here? Ah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Double Tristana. I wanna play this out, right? I wanna play this Faithful cow. So I'm gonna play Tristana first and then play this one. This is gonna force the opponent to have a stun and a recall on these 2 units. This does give them the 0 mana shard and also gives them the potential heal. Question is, do I attack now or do I actually commit the Faithful? We have the stun, you have 2 more cards, you need to have access to like a Homecoming or a, yeah, Shadow Hope. Gives you the heal. What if we actually let this one go? Does having multiple Tristanas even matter? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna slap this here, just go as wide as we can. If they have the last shard, they're always winning regardless, right? They have to stun one of these 2, which actually they have to stun this one because this one does 5. Another Spirit Fire. It's not enough because it's not enough to get them to 0. So the impact from all of this still go through. This is 2. This is 5. I guess again he has to stun this one.
Keep your distance.
Wow, the Spirit Fire is actually putting in work. They have the recall too. 2? No, that's still game. Even with the recall, it's still game. Wow. That they have the recall is exactly lethal. Oh my goodness. It's literally exactly lethal. 2 impact. How the heck did that work? GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Viego Norra. Okay, this is a bad matchup for us because the opponent will have a lot of blockers. I'm looking for my early units. Grandfather Fate is good. Crimson Pigeon is amazing. We can play the Grumble Slug here. I guess no matter which one we play, it's gonna die, right? But I kind of feel like I want to keep my Grandfather Fate instead of my Grumble Slug. So I think I go Pigeon, Grumble Slug, attack, and kind of go from there. This is a Soul Cleave deck, right? So the opponent's gonna try to set up like a big Camagorian soldier and try to go from there. We can go Grumble Slug again, but this is still gonna die. The Grumble Slug is still gonna die regardless. But at least it can take down the 2-drop with it. So even though it's gonna die, it still will take it down with it. If it's just a Battle Feast, I think that's fine. If it's just a Battle Feast, I'm just going like this. I don't have to do the Crimson support. You could have a second Battle Feast for next turn, or a Pokey Stick, but then we have another Crimson Pigeon anyways. The Mayor is not important right now because we don't have a 1-drop that we can play with the Mayor. So I think it's better to go Grandfather Fae into the Alka. If it's another... Okay, yeah, so this is the Pokey Stick. Yeah, so we can go Grandfather Fae. I guess we don't have to do the Alka right now either, to be honest. We can go second Pigeon. We can then do the Mayor and then go the Blast Concealing. and I think that's also probably good enough. So we go Mayor here. Unfortunately, opponent got Ionia here, right? So we're gonna go Mayor. This Viego Ranger kind of seems better to me. I think I'm fine with going. I think I'm fine going with a big unit, right? I think I'm fine going with a big unit. Yeah, your opponent gets their value here. We go like this. We go here. No matter what, these units are gonna die, right? So I guess unfortunately, your opponent gets a good block with the Camavorian Soldier. They get to kill this. Trade, but I have to just push damage. I have to just push damage, unfortunately. Let them get the favorable trade and hopefully get a Pokestick to kill that. Maybe attacking was actually incorrect and we should have just waited for the Viego Ranger. Yeah, maybe attacking was incorrect. Alright, the ability is that she have also attacked with the Mayor, maybe. Yeah, so we play the Viego Ranger here. Let them go for their cleave. We'll allow them to actually just turbo level the Norra. If they don't do that, then I'm playing the Viego Ranger and kind of going from there. What if we pass? I'm scared of the opponent having access to Vengeance, but I think I have to go for the Viego Ranger. If the opponent has access to the Vengeance, I welcome them to do it. Yeah, if they have access to the Vengeance, I think I'm okay with that. Because I have to take advantage of the Mayor ability right now. There you go. It's too slow. It's not enough value for us here. Go here. Maybe the Impact was better, actually. I mean, it doesn't matter. We don't have Tristana, we don't have Gnar, so our hand is kind of awkward. Only just needs to have Viego and then Soul Cleave, and they'll be okay. If they have a second Norra, the Portapalooza summons another. Yeah, that's the Viego. I think I like the barriers. I like the barriers here. Let's go like this. They definitely cannot block with the Viego. The problem is that even if they don't block with the Viego, I'm still in a very bad spot. Let's take my Might right now, put them down to 7. We have Decimate. If we top deck another Decimate, maybe we have a chance. So if we top deck another Decimate, maybe we have to go for the Impact, right? Because with the 2 Impact, our opponent will be at 5, and it will have baited them to block with the Viego. It would have been lethal, right? We would have had the Tenor. Has to be the double Decimate then, right? Because, or I guess Reveler's Feast next turn with our super wide board. If I had Reveler's Feast last turn, I would have attacked with everything as well, right? A little bit unfortunate. Portapalooza gets the opponent the unit. Nice. That's the Battle Feast value, Pokestick. It has to be burned. It has to be burned. I just have to... I'm accounting for the fact that I'm not going to be able to actually push any damage through in this matchup. So it has to be the burn. This is 4. This is 2. Another Impact would have been the 7. The barrier is nice because it kept my Pearson blocker so I don't die to the freaking Viego, but it makes it kind of awkward. Makes it very, very awkward. Question is, do I play the Decimate now? I think so, right? I think I just land the Decimate now, and if we top deck another Decimate, we're okay. Another Might also does it. Opponent can heal 2 here with a Battle Feast now. Because of the freaking... What a hit. What a hit. So even if we had done the Impact correctly last turn, we would still be 1 off. Yeah, we still are being one off. So now this is our only chance here. That the opponent gets greedy. I mean, if they block with the Spiderling, we have 2 plus 3. So the second might does it. Opponent just committed their battle fees. So opponent just committed their battle fees. So the second might could do it. But if the opponent has a second vengeance, I'm also losing. Ooh. This is tough. This is tough. This is better than the Reveler's Feast at least, because obviously the opponent has the blockers. So opponent's just gonna wait. Opponent's just gonna wait until I can make the might, right? They saw me play a might already, so they know I play them in my deck. And then they can just press 6 and play Atrocity or Vengeance and be in a good spot. By blocking it with this one, it means that a Poke Stick is actually able to kill that.
You cannot stop me.
This isn't the way.
I just have to do it. If they have it, they have it. If you commit the mana now, I think that's a mistake. Ooh. Ooh. Perry Fornado. Maybe they're scared of the Decimate. So that's a bait. I mean, they still have access to Vengeance, right? I think I just go here. This is 5 right here. I cannot do it on this one because of the battle fees. Yep, there we go. If I do it on this one, I die to the battle fees. Somehow we still made it. Honestly, I counted myself dead this game. I'm surprised that we actually still made it. I think there was still a few misplays that I could have done better, like the impacts instead of the barriers. But we got saved by the top deck, and sometimes that's how aggro goes. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Udyr Illaoi. What a pairing. What a pair of units. This is awkward. I like the Commander, I like the Mayor, I like the Tristana. It's awkward because I don't have really any ways to deal with their tentacles. So the opponent will have a field day. Opponent's gonna have a field day, just kind of killing all our stuff, right? We can go Commando here, Mayor, summon the Alcan.
Let's cook 'em.
And at least get somebody that way. I wonder if it's actually worth it to play Tristana first instead of the Mayor. Maybe it is worth it, I don't know.
Ah, a beautiful day for sailing.
Problem is the Tentacle Smash, right? The Tentacle Smash makes things really sad for us. Since we got this ceiling, I guess now we can go for the Alcan instead, in my opinion. Yeah, if the opponent has Tentacle Smash, then I've become really sad. Because they'll be able to kill the Mayor while keeping their Tentacle alive. That's fine, I guess. I'm debating if I think I just landed Tristana now. If you have the Tentacle Smash, then you have it. Riptide Sermon, okay, that also works for them. We'll go here. We'll get some more value on this attack. I guess I should have attack with the rest. It doesn't matter. Opponent's gonna have Overwhelm. Yeah, it's probably better to attack with everything. I need to have a way to deal with their units. Now the opponent just made it so that I can actually kill their 3-drop, right? Because I can go like this. So now I can actually kill their 3-drop, which is kind of nice for us. We can play Tristana out. We'll take the 7 here. Yeah, we'll take the 7. Trollshen? Okay. We'll take the 7. We're looking for what? We're looking for a Reveler's Feast. So we're looking for a Reveler's Feast. We're looking for like a way to be able to just push damage. Let's start with the Telescope. Riptide Rex is spawning for later. I don't think I survive one more turn. At this point, I'm just trying to put as many impact triggers as I can. But it's too easy for the opponent to have freezes or anything like that. It's way too easy for the opponent to have a freeze.
Our eyes see to hidden paths.
Okay. It's so easy for them to have a freeze here. I have to enable all the things, right? Let's go here first. This buffs them up.
The world we answer.
We can go Grumble Slug. Like I'm trying to see what the best way is for me to actually threaten something against the opponent, right? Like all these impact triggers are nice. If opponent has another freeze, we kind of get screwed over. I'm trying to force him to have to block with the Seize Boys, right? I need to be able to play this last Alka. Maybe it's actually playing the Alka with the Commando, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I play this Serpent, opponent just goes for the stand swap. I play this last Alka. Guess I have to play it over this one then. Everything has Spell Shield. We have the Serpent. I'm trying to make it so that potentially Decimate can kill them. This is 4, 6, 7, 8. Opponent goes down and 9 with the Elusive. Plus another unit gets through. Which is going to be 2, so that's going to be 11. Opponent easily has a way to stop this.
Our teeth, they will see.
You move wrong.
They have another Overwhelm here. Can't go down to 2, my friend. You cannot go down to 2. Yeah. I was going to say, you definitely cannot go down to 2. The problem is the Overwhelm. The Stand Swap means that this guy can just become bigger. The Overwhelm, opponent can just push and have lethal. So that goes up to regen. Interesting. Don't think that matters. I can still block and kill it with Tristana. Your saving grace is if you can actually have enough. I'm still kind of confused exactly about what the opponent is doing here. I like the Shepherd so that we can buff Tristana up. So this is dealing 7 minus 4. Like, opponent needs to kill Tristana. Yeah, okay, cool. So you get to kill this. Alright. So this is 9. 10, 12. 12 minus 4. It's not enough. So if we go like this and we just buff up Tristana in such a way that she will survive the Overwhelm, then next time we have Decimate to kill. So I think we got there. We still also have access to the Impact. Yeah, again, it doesn't matter. You still just do the Tristana. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just go wide now. Tristana dies here. Cool. We can lose this guy. Doesn't matter. We live at 1. So we live at 1. And then what? Oh, I did forget, by the way. I forgot to account for the equipment. So that was an additional damage that could have been a problem. We live at 1. We open attack. We win the game. Whew. Close. I guess they got like an Ice Shard. If they have like an Ice Shard, I'm in trouble. Either one of the equipment that we got would have worked, right? The Cuff or the Cloud of Pain. But if we had gotten something that was not one of those two, we actually would have lost there because I forgot to account for the opponent's own equipment, giving this pawn another +2. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Viktor Zoe, Aurelian Soul, but this is PNC, so I need to be a little bit careful here. This is not a bad hand. This is not a bad hand. Oh, he also kept their whole hand. Yeah, this is actually a really good hand because it lets me like go really spammy. Chip? That's a chip. That's a chip. Chip. Decimate, not great. Rockhopper, I guess, is their play here. Let's go here. Question is, do I open? I think I like the open. I know it's gonna make this guy die, but that's... Ooh, maybe not anymore. Maybe we go barrier. If we open, opponent can just block with chip, right? But I think they're always going to have chip as a good blocker anyways. I have to assume that they have a landmark. So I think we just push the 4 damage here. Play the mayor. Play the second mayor. Yeah, there it is. So the chip was going to become a really annoying blocker anyways. Okay, the tenor is actually a high roll. Yeah, the tenor is such a high roll. I guess I could have gone for the sit up as well. But the tenor is nice because we can now go mayor and then also go telescope. Unless the opponent gets the Equinox here for the mayor. Serpent, okay. Maybe they have a way to buff it up so that they can actually kill this guy. It's not a bad draw. Yeah, this is not a bad draw. It's a little bit expensive though, but it's not a bad draw. Starborn. 3. They actually get to kill it. Wow. It's a Starborn's deck. Interesting. So it is a Starborn deck, but they're gonna be running against our aggression. We can play Tenor here. Right? So we can play Tenor. Opponent's gonna have to get the stun. They need to have gotten the stun, right? Their Celestials are all huge, but they need to have gotten the stun because this is way too much damage for them to survive through. Alright. I'm going for the impact because at this point we have a Decimate in our hand, so we're going all out. You have to have the stun, my friend. Or you have to have another unit. Okay, there you go. Like I said, you have to have the stun or you have to have another unit. It doesn't work either other ways. This guy's gonna die to the Mountain Ghost, so I think I'm just gonna go like this. If you don't want to lose the Zoe, yeah, you're gonna keep the Mountain Goat alive. You're gonna go down to 5. Maybe developing the second Blast Gun was a mistake because we didn't play around the stun, but I don't think I respect the stun. I think I forced it out of them. Because regardless, yeah, opponent survived this turn, but how do they survive next turn? Right? How do they survive our next attack? We have triple impact, which is just enough to get us to the Decimate range. We can also play Combat Tech here. And potentially get like an Overwhelm or something. I am a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned about what the opponent might get here, right? Like if they have another snake, that could be a problem. Equinox, okay. That's fine. Let's go here. Scout. I don't think I'm actually ever going for the Scout, right? I think I'm always gonna open attack because of the Decimate. The opponent gets to level up their Zoe. But they need to find exactly like they don't have an elusive, so like I mean they don't have a lifesteal. So the Zoe level up doesn't matter to me. Heck, they don't even get to give keywords. So as soon as I open attack, I'll be able to deal the damage that I need for Decimate to just finish. Because I'm not gonna let them play a lifesteal unit. So like if they get like 3 sisters here, it's one of the reasons I need to open attack. If they get a snake, then they get another blocker, but still the 3 impact just gets us there. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me because all I want is this impact damage to go through. Reopen. You need to have. We will need to have the Azo spell, right? For me to feel like I'm gonna lose, which is possible. They could also have like a Mystic Shot because they are on PNC, but I think that this is mostly a pure target deck. Okay, so there are 2. There are 2. They still live with the Star Shaping. So they still live with the Star Shaping. Nope, that's game. Trifecta. Not enough. So we just Decimate and opponent is sad. The impact, man, the impact actually does a lot of value. The impact does a lot of value in this deck. is actually super, super cool. Like, think about how much damage we just got off just from the impact. Yeah, I mean, you are playing against an aggro deck opponent. What do you expect? GG's. And I think that's actually the game that takes us to Diamond. So we got there with Tristana Gnar aggro. Yeah, there we go. GG's. In this match, we're going against Gangplank Sejuani. Ooh, this is very bad for us. This is actually super bad for us. The Grumble Slug is a great blocker, but okay, perfect. Bell Ringer. The problem is the Bell Ringer is gonna lose to the Parley. He's gonna lose to the Parley, so I need to be careful. The Grumble Slug is a great blocker. The Bird is a little bit awkward to Parley. But I don't hate buffing my Tristana on my Grumble Slug. Maybe we don't actually play the Bird though, because that way we play Grumble on turn 2. We're able to go Grumble plus Pokey. I have to see. If the opponent spends their 1 mana, I play the Bird. If they don't play their 1 mana, then I don't play the Bird. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So we pass to play him on Parley. The warning shot, please don't be the Butcher. Okay, cool. Let's go here. Yeah, let's go here. I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna just attack. If the opponent open attacks, we can Poke Stick that Jagged Butcher. Because ideally they want to open attack, right? So that if they potentially have the Black Mark American. So if they open attack, we play the Poke Stick. If they don't open attack, we just play the Grumble Slug. We take 5, but we get a blocker here. I just want to set that up because I think that Bird was going to die anyways eventually to like a Make It Rain or something. The other option that I have is just blocking the Butcher now, which is probably better even if I lose the Grumble Slug, because if I lose the if I block the Mirai, I'm losing to a Make It Rain anyways. And again, I just backing on the fact that the opponent is going to have that Make It Rain. The only downside by not killing their units is that the Tenor is not enabled just yet. So it makes it a little bit more awkward of when I can actually kill things. Let's go Tristana. Just start pushing a little bit of damage at least. Wow, they're leveling up the champion so fast. That's a big deal. That's such a big deal. But this lets me push some damage. If Sejuani comes down, I think we kind of just lose the game. We can Poke Stick the Snapper and block the Mirai, and we just take 3 from this Tusk Speaker. And that will then allow me to play the Bandle City and then Tenor on turn 4. There we go. So we go like this, go here. We play the Mayor. Ooh, is it ever the Grandfather Fay instead? What do you have? Spirit? Okay, so Spirit. So what we need to do is actually level up this Tristana as soon as possible, right? So we need to level up this Tristana next turn with the second Grandfather, so that we're not losing to a second Spirit Journey, right? Because if the opponent has a second Spirit Journey, that's a problem. This also stops us from losing to Make It Rain or Parley. We need to just level up this Tristana. Now, if the opponent has Sejuani or Gangplank, we just lose anyways.
Gotta go with the flow.
Is there a way for us to win here with this fish? I guess we just play Mayor, right? We just play Mayor and play the second Owlcat and just push more damage this way. Make It Rain hits the Grandfather Fay, good for you. If they have exactly Sejuani, I'm kind of screwed. Wait, we attack with everything, right? Because they're forced to block here. And if they decide to block here, they're still taking 2, 6, 9, 13, 14. Yeah, they cannot block the Mayor. Because when they block here, if they try to block the Mayor with the Sap, the rest of my cards are pushing lethal. So they have to actually just give it up, which means that if the opponent has Sejuani, we still with the Decimate. We just rip it, and I think we got there. The impact, once again, is coming in clutch, as well as the grandfather phase. Just puts so much pressure on the opponent. Come on, show it to me. Look at this. Look at this. Exactly 6 mana. I know you want to play that Sejuani. I know you want to play that Sejuani. Do we let... You know what? I'm going to let them play it. I'm going to let them play the GP. Let them get the GP level of value. So here comes Gangplank. Hey, I'm trying to give the opponent mastery, right? The opponent gets their mastery on their Gangplank. We play Decimate. We win the game. You're welcome, opponent. I gave you the Gangplank mastery that you were so desperately looking for. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed the games today. A lot of fun, right? A lot of very close ones with this deck, but sometimes you just have to top deck the right stuff. The Might, the Decimates, it's just, that's what Aggro is, right? That's what Aggro is. Like I said though, as you saw in a lot of our matches, the impact damage is low key, right? The impact, well, not even low key, it's right in your face. This impact damage adds up really, really quickly. And even when your opponent thinks that you have, that your board is empty, it's so easy for you to refill your whole board with Mayor, with the Tenors, with the Grandfather Face and the Hungry Outcats. I mean, you saw it on that game against Viktor Zoe, just how quickly we had a board that was bigger than theirs. Add to that having a Tristana in the board, and the deck can just get out of control really, really quickly. I'm thinking another cut that's a potential is that instead of Gnar, maybe having 6 is better. Just from 6 being a really good unit that's also kind of burning the opponent. That's a consideration because I haven't found a lot of value from Gnar. I do like the Poke Sticks from the Gnar to be able to actually get some draw. But again, some of the changes that you can make is Gnar for 6 and potentially cut other stuff to be able to let Fervor make the cut in here. The other benefit of Gnar is obviously a great target for Riverless Feast, but 6 can also be a great target for the Riverless Feast because he has the 4 health, right? So yeah, maybe that's actually a consideration there. You just go pure 6 instead of Gnar, but I also do like the over 1 for Gnar in a lot of situations, and it's not that bad to level him up. Other strategies with this deck, as you saw, sometimes it can be a little bit awkward if you have both the Mayor and the Tristana. I prioritize playing the Tristana first over the Mayor, but it's gonna definitely be hand dependent, right? Sometimes it might be better to not play Tristana until she's leveled up if you know that your opponent has a way to remove her, like Aftershock or Get Excited, because you do want that Tristana to be leveled up and kind of get you value that way. And obviously the Telescope, the Mayor being on the field early also allows you to kind of start cheating out your board a little bit earlier and be able to actually get to the point where you can overrun your opponent. In terms of Mulligan, I really like keeping Tristana. I really like keeping the Mayor, and then Grandfather Fae and the Crimson Pigeon, right? So Crimson Pigeon, Grandfather Fae, Mayor, and Tristana are usually the things that I'm looking for. The rest of the units, you can actually start just slowly join them over time and kind of go from there. Anything else that I'm missing with this deck? Nah, not really. I mean, there's a lot of control running around, so just be careful of that and be mindful of that. Aside from that, though, I mean, just have fun. It's an aggro deck with a little bit of a twist with a lot of impact damage, so it ends up being really fun of how you can commit lethal against the opponent. That'll be it for me today, though. Hope you enjoyed the games today. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Tristarmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.